Word on the streets, it's BowlzNBeatz. Welcome back, B&B fam. It's your girl X, and thank you for tuning in to another episode. Before we get to our guest, I just wanted to remind everybody to appreciate your life. This holiday season, love on your loved ones, love on your pets, whoever you're spending the holiday season with. But tomorrow is not guaranteed, so appreciate today. Here to join the conversation, let's welcome Toronto-based rapper PVRX. Woo! Thank you.
How you feeling?
I'm good. How are you feeling?
I woke up today. I'm phenomenal.
Blessed, right? It's always a good day to be alive. I was just telling my audience to be grateful because tomorrow's not promised, right?
Facts.
So thank you for being here. Before we get into it, I just want to say, finally.
Finally, I know.
You guys.
It's been overdue, but you know,
This is dedication right here. I tried getting this guy on here for so long. It's been like over a year.
Okay.
And he's finally here.
You gotta
so
keep
thank
going.
you for that. I appreciate you.
For sure.
All right, so let's get right into it. I just want to know, growing up in Toronto, as I mentioned, how did that affect your music and like your creativity as an artist?
It inspired me to keep going, you know, like knowing not to look back and just keep moving forward. You know, not stay in the same spot and be comfortable with staying in the same spot. And it made me who I am today, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And you often rap about like where you came from growing up in like the hood and like rough surroundings and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So how did you kind of like push yourself out of that?
You kind of have to be delusional. Like, it may sound crazy to someone else, but like you have your vision. You know what I mean? Like, where it's like, yo, this guy is, what the hell? Like, this guy thinks he's going to do all this and he thinks he's going to get to those levels or get to that point. Like, yeah, to someone else, it may look like this person's crazy.
And sometimes like it's actually a reflection of what they can achieve, right? They're like mad that you're making it happen. They're like, damn, like I'm still stuck here.
They're projecting their fears into you.
Absolutely. And do you think that like the whole violence scene and all that negatively affects rap music?
I think life happens, you know. Of course, people are going to talk about how they feel or the emotions that they're going through. Hip hop is a place of expression. You know what I mean? Like you say what you feel, what you do. It's a sport, you know. And if that's what, you know, people have to go to express how they feel, then yeah, because at least they're not, you know, like they're doing something. They're making art out of their madness.
That's a great point.
So like it's hip hop.
I love that because you'll hear a lot of people constantly talking about how rap influences people, you know, to get violent, like do drugs and all these things. But you're right. Like these people come from that position and they're letting it out on paper instead of actually being out there. So that's actually a great point. And I want everybody to kind of like take that in. Sometimes it's not about trying to negatively influence another culture like the younger people. It's just letting out how you feel and people can relate to that, right?
Facts.
So who did you relate to growing up?
Big L.
Yes.
DMX, Pac,
R.I.P. Yeah, of course.
Just like the GOATs, you know, obviously like my culture, my roots, Bob Marley, you know, like just greatness.
And to any kid that's like in your position that looks up to you, that's like, damn, like I'm also in like a hard environment, but I want to get out of it and be like him, but I don't know what to do. What advice can you give them?
Make sure the people around you have like their best interest, you know, make sure that you're true to yourself. Even if you're going through it, if you believe in it and you have a vision, keep going. Don't let, you know, life happens, which is normal for life to happen. But if you believe in something, just keep going. It sounds very, very cliche, but there's a reason why it's cliche. You know what I mean? Like, it's not easy, but you know, when you get through those barricades, you're gonna get all the fruits and
It's
all
true.
your flowers.
It's
know
true.
what I mean?
And I like that you mentioned your circle because obviously that's a huge thing, especially when you're coming from a negative environment. Like your circle is everything to you. And you've obviously been through your trials and errors. You know, you've been in the bin, you've gone through, you know, tough times yourself. So having people like positive influences like your probation officer, family, friends that actually helped you get out of that. How did that change your life, having those kind of influences around you? For example, like your probation officer. Let's use that as an example. Like a lot of people won't think like, oh, it's just a probation officer, like whatever. But like a little role goes a long way in someone's life.
Yeah, like that was kind of like, that was a different experience for me because usually like, you know, a probation officer want you to do some shit where it's like,
right.
No, like I said, like I wasn't even rocking with like what the stuff that they were trying to tell me to do, like get a certain kind of job, you know, just do go into little programs and shit. But yeah, like, you know, like it put me into certain, I went to, what is it, like the program they told me to go to, Remix.
Shout out Remix Project.
And then I'm like, all right, cool. This is not as bad as I thought. But like it's because of what you went through while they're recommending these programs, whatever the case is. And I just took advantage of stuff like that. And yeah.
And how did like taking a step towards the right direction, even though it was kind of weird for you, or like it was not what I was used to, how did that change your life? Just taking that decision to be like, no, I'm going to do something better this time.
Reflecting on things that I went through, reflecting on the vision that was created before everything, you know, knowing that, yeah, like you still have to carry the torch. So you still have to like keep the flame lit, like, you know, using your pain and turning it into art.
Honestly. And as you grew and you changed your life positively, did you notice that your circle changed too and that you lost people you never thought you'd lose? I actually went through that because I stopped drinking a couple years ago. Okay. And like when I stopped drinking, obviously that like I stopped partying.
Oh, you don't drink?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
And like everybody, like I lost so many, not lost friends, but again, I was at a different point in my life, right? Mm-hmm. So when people like are starting to elevate and they lose people, they can get scared sometimes. They're like, shit, it's lonely. And then they go back to the bottom because they're like, damn, I miss all those people.
I wouldn't say lonely. I would just say like, yeah, when you're evolving, you go through different phases, you know? And yeah, like if it ends up you having to be with 1,000 people and you only end up being around 10, that's just life.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
And do you find that like your circle is kind of who you are? Because you know how they say like you hang out with who you
show
are?
me your friends, I'll tell you
right?
who you Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you can tell a lot about a person by the energy and the company that they bring around them, for sure. My grandma can.
That's true.
Like, you know what I mean?
So how has your grandma influenced you? How has she influenced you as an artist?
I make music that I also could show to my grandma because, like, you know, I can't always show her the rah-rah stuff. Like, you have to look like someone's son or grandson. Right, so I definitely, like, you know, make music that I can be like, yo, grandma, I did this. You know, I can't really show her.
What does she think about your music?
She thinks it's great.
That's good.
She thinks it's great. I love you, grandma.
Shout out, Graham.
Shout out, grandma.
And you've collabed with like many artists, from big artists like Dave East to local artists like Mula First. Yeah. So who is your favorite person to collab with?
Honestly, I can't just. That's a good one. Mula's definitely a great artist to collab with for sure. Damn, that's crazy. Honestly, I feel like every feature that I've done, it was a great collab. So I would say like I'm very selective. So like
Okay.
I think everybody's pretty dope.
And are you selective for a reason?
Not for a reason, but like I'm just here for the art. I'm not just here to go into a studio and just cut a track. Like like if we're gonna do something, let's make a dope painting. Like I paint on my own, you paint on your own, but let's collab and make a great piece of art.
Yes, greatness.
That's kind of how I look at it.
So what's something you weren't expecting as you gain success? Just
how life is, I guess. The before and after effect. So like whenever I achieve something, it's like I'm already like this, so I'm not gonna like. Of course, I'm gonna always be confident, and not cocky. But like, I feel like I always had that mentality. So when it does come, I know how to like appreciate it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Instead of me having to learn that after, and then you don't know what to do with it. It's kind of like when someone like wins the lottery, and they don't have a plan of how to maintain their money. It's like like I've trained and I've learned and I've made mistakes and I've failed so many times. Now when this success comes, I know how to like. Take care
handle
of it.
You know what I
mean? Like,
and I like that you said that you trained, because a lot of people always think that like success comes overnight. And you've been doing this for a while. I'd say decades.
Rome wasn't built in one day, guys. Rome was not built in one day.
So what would you say is your biggest achievement so far?
I feel like my biggest achievement is the fact that you're continuing. You know, like when I do something, I don't worry about what I'm doing. I worry about what I'm doing after. You know what I mean? If I know I'm going to make a big move, I got to figure, okay, well, how am I going to top this? Or how am I going to beat myself? How am I going to, you know, get to the next level? You feel what I'm saying? Like, even when I put out what's my biggest song? I don't know. What's my biggest song?
What's your biggest song?
Yeah.
Ooh, you have a lot of big songs.
Well, like,
damn.
For example, like when I put out, let's just say Is You Down. Like, I was already like, yo, what am I going to do to top this?
Right.
Like, I was already worried about, okay, fuck that. I know the song is a big song, Davies, blah, blah, blah. But, yo, I'm here to go to a next level after this.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and then what was it? I don't know, Gang Code, I guess?
Yeah.
And that's a big song.
That's true.
In the city, that's an anthem. That's an anthem.
I just want to salute you real quick for your On the Come Up freestyle. I thought that was so hard. That was honestly one of my favorite like Toronto rappers like that they ever put out. Like that was really, really hard. And you just mentioned that you like to top up everything you do, right?
For sure.
So do you think you could spit a little freestyle now to top that off?
Yeah, I got you.
That hesitation.
I got you.
Love it. All right.
I'm here for the culture, man. Listen, artists got to come up here and be able to spit on the spot.
You're on BowlzNBeatz.
Yeah,
of course.
This is BowlzNBeatz.
You got to drop a beat here. Jonah, drop that beat.
Spin some shit.
You guys are watching live BowlzNBeatz. Got PVRX in the studio, about to drop a freestyle.
Let's go. Let's get it. Fresh up out the kitchen, got me whipping with a whisk. How you gon' survive if you ain't tryna take a risk? And if a nigga moving sick, we gon' turn him to a meds. I know that's your wife, but we sharing, give me back to reality, I came for the check. I ain't got $1, baby girl, I invest. You depressed, cause you desk. Niggas talking on my name, they obsessed. Hold up. Niggas talking on my name, sunlight, they throwing shade. When that stick raising, head bust like a grape. Touch me, I ain't throwing hands, nigga, this ain't back in the day. Nigga, I'm throwing bullets like Green Bay, yo, get back today. Turn him to a roach after he gets sprayed. Never had a job so dope and gave my runners minimum wage. Ooh. Niggas stay on my name, I've been hustling and working on my jumper, so let's play. Get it now, little nigga, cause your time is now or never, cause you couldn't take care of every hour. Rather learn with a nerd than to eat with a coward. Water on me, I gotta roll with some firepower. All up on me like, yeah, baby, no Austin Powers. Drag a nigga like Draymond if he talking foul. Never panic, I stay calm in every problem. PVRX, I make it bubble like Caravana. God bless to every hitter who kept it solid. I see CIs when they get red, they charges. This is not, yo, I'm good. Listen, man, PVRX.
I prove myself.
You already know, man. I do this.
Jeez. Salute you. I salute you. That was good. That Austin Powers line.
You already know, man. This is what we do, man. This is every day. This is not.
That was PVRX.
It's not a facade,
BowlzNBeatz. Yes, you just proved your talent. One thing I respect is when artists come on the show and they prove that they got talent. So
yo, look, man, this is hip hop. That could be your 15 seconds or 15 minutes of fame. You gotta be ready, and it's PVRX on site, so yeah. it's on site. You gotta
15 minutes of fame. You were also on the Rolling Loud lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I actually went to that. I saw you. I was like,
oh, you were there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in the crowd like, hey.
I got you.
It was actually so nice to see because I got to see so many local artists like basically make their dreams turn into a reality, and just to be like in your own home country, you know, you're like, those are artists from our city and we're here to support them. That energy was amazing. So what was that energy like from your point of view?
Honestly, like at that point, I'm like, yeah, like, you know, like you really have people that like support you, that you have real fans that like wake up and listen to your music. I even seen like on the Spotify wrap up, like I got like a bunch of fans and I'm their like their #1 streamed artist.
Exactly.
Where it's like, yo, that's a wake up. That's like, yo, you have people that like live for your shit. You know what I mean? So it's like that's another reason why you like artists. Even if you have one person that like fucks with your music or buys your merch, or even if you have one person at your show, bro, if this is you know something that you're trying to make a living of, you know, have a long-term career, a substantial career, bro, even if you have one fan, that's a blessing. So that's what I have to say to any aspiring artist.
That's very true. That's very true. I mean? I saw something the other day on social media. It was like, if you had nobody following you or no listeners, would you still make the art and music that you made?
Yeah, I would.
And I thought that was really dope because I'm like, right? You think to yourself, like, I
definitely
would.
And that's why, like, you know, I cherish the art. I find fun in it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't look at it like it's something I'm dreading or something that I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Exactly.
You know? And that's just and not even with music, but just anything that you're doing to find peace and this mental stability, and make sure you love it. Or make sure you're working towards something to love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Find a passion, find purpose.
Find a passion while you're working on your stuff. Whether you work at McDonald's,
honestly,
you'll make sure you're working on you as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So what was your highlight moment when you were at Rolling Loud?
When everyone was singing I dropped a song, I think the day before, or I think Rolling Loud was on, like, I can't remember what day it was on, but I knew I dropped Trying to Get Mo.
Dropped something,
I just dropped something and they were singing it word for word.
Damn.
I was like, yo, okay, this is actually,
what a nice feeling.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I literally just dropped this song, I think the day of or the day before.
Damn.
And when I got there, these guys are singing it like word. I think I even have it on camera. Like, I'm like, yo, this is actually.
What a humbling feeling.
Yeah, it's humbling feeling. Like, yo, bro, if you were feeling any type of way before, just yo, that's motivation to keep going.
And do you ever get nervous, like when you were about to perform at like the biggest crowd you performed at yet? Were you like, oh shit? And what do you do when you
like? I feel like everyone, like, niggas can make it seem like what they want, but I feel like everyone gets some sort of, even if it's not them being scared, I feel like they get that nerve going, you know. But I feel like as long as you know okay, yeah, like this is gonna be gone as soon as I get on stage, and it's just a emotion that I have to overcome. That's how you get over being nervous,
Right.
because it's all in your head.
It's true. And like, honestly, you guys, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I get nervous too before these interviews. Like, Jonah sees it sometimes. I'll be here before guest comes, and I'm like, whew, I'm feeling kind of sick right now. And he's like, just suck it up. And then the artists get here, and I'm like, oh, I'm fine.
Yeah, no, like it's all mental, man. And,
yeah, sometimes it's just like uncomfortable because growing is uncomfortable, right?
But now I'm sure you're locked in now. You're good. Like, yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
So I don't really get nervous or scared to go on. I know how to kind of control that emotion and turn it into like energy. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go out there and start with a bang and end with a bang.
Exactly.
You know?
And speaking of Rolling Loud, as you know, my platform is all about advocating for music, but also the good herbs. So, first of all, are you an advocate?
Of what?
Loud? For cannabis? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
weed
awesome.
is good. I don't smoke. But
okay.
Yeah, like I don't smoke with tobacco. If I ever do, like I might hit the spliff, but I'm not no crazy smoker.
Okay,
but yeah,
okay.
like, for sure.
Do you ever smoke on stage before performing?
Nah.
Okay. He's like, I'm not trying to be paranoid.
Yeah, I'm straight, man. But yeah. I have nothing against cannabis smokers. Cannabis is
100%. I say that all the time. Like, even if I quit, cannabis has helped so many people. I'll always be an advocate. 100%.
And it's a herb. And I'm huge on herbs. I don't like taking like the medication or
me
like
too.
drugs. I like trying my herbs and healing with herbs, sea moss and certain little things like burdock and certain little come on, I'm on my health shit. So
that's good. And do you think like being on your health shit is important as an artist?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of artists go through like their emotions, and I feel like mental stability helps with an artist being balanced. And again, that comes with who you're around. That comes with what you're eating. It comes with your activity. Outside of music, like, are you lazy? Do you sleep all day? And how are you drinking enough water?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, are you hydrated? Those things all play a part, especially when you're when you're a musician, and just at life.
I mean,
too.
Especially as a musician, you're always in environments where there's like alcohol, drugs, 24/7. So how do you kind of even like discipline yourself to kind of stay away from that? Because we've seen a lot of artists achieve success and then they go straight downhill because they couldn't handle the scenes around them.
It's just my environment, my circle. Like I don't do drugs, and yeah, I have a mind of my own. I'm a leader. And I don't need to follow someone. You know what I mean? Just having your own mind. That's kind of how I do it.
And how does your family feel about like you doing music and everything they hear you rap about?
They're supportive.
Okay, cool. How long did it take them to like kind of like hop on board? Because obviously in the beginning, parents are kind of like, okay, what are you doing? So how long did it take them to?
My mom had to find out like just my name just buzzing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
She had to find out, like, and I said, yo, if my mom finds out, then I'm doing something good.
Exactly.
So that's what happened. And yeah, she's like, I lie, I'm a son that, what I'm to you.
That's hilarious. She probably saw your name and she's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Shout out mom too.
Shout out Mom Dukes.
So if you could collab with anybody in the city, who would it be? Because I know you've collabed with a lot of people. So is there anybody you're missing on your list?
Just a dope ass artist. They can have 0 followers, 0 views. As long as you're sick, as long as you're dope, as long as you put all your energy into what you do, I don't care about like your numbers. I don't care about what you've done in the past. I don't give a damn. It could be someone at friggin' Lower Spadina.
I'm done.
A bum. If that bum is ill,
honestly,
this
y'all
person
hear
is
that?
dope.
Okay, cool.
So all the
honestly, my audience is filled with musicians.
You're dope, B.
Okay, cool. I love that.
And yeah, man. I'm here for the culture.
What keeps you going, like, when you want to kind of give up on your dream? Because it's not easy. Everybody thinks becoming an artist is easy. You got to put money into it. You got to put time into it. You got to put effort. You got to sacrifice things. So, like, what keeps you going when you're, like, struggling?
What keeps me going when I'm struggling? What do you mean?
Like, in terms of, like, finances, like, emotions, anything really that's just kind of stopping you. Because it's a lot. Even starting a business, like, you have to put so much sacrifice into it. So, how do you keep going on your worst days?
Get up. Like, get up, like go to work. No one cares. I'm sorry. Like, to be honest with you, like it's yeah, I get it. You could be mad or sad or
right.
for a day, but like no one cares.
It's true.
No one's gonna hold your hand, especially when you're an adult. Like no one. Yeah, that's cool. Go be in your covers and cry about it. But you have to go to work the next day.
That's true.
You feel what I'm saying? Like you still have to come to work with a smile on your face. I don't care what happened. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
And that's kind of what we signed up for as creatives, as workers, as employees, as an artist. Yo, you have to get up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It's very harsh and it's like, wow, like, but no, this is what we signed up for.
It's true. Everybody
You know what
wants
I
to
mean?
achieve like the fame, but nobody wants to struggle. Everybody wants to work hard for
We
it.
all know that there's no way someone could just be happy 24/7.
Absolutely.
That's impossible.
Absolutely.
So understanding that, be as happy as you can, and when bad or you're going through it, be strong.
Exactly.
Get up. You know what I mean? Like, get up, bro. There's my niggas are doing 25 to life. How bad can my life be?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like whatever. Use that as fuel to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see that you took a break for a bit, but obviously it's probably because you've been working on some things behind the scenes.
I'm always working. I never
Right?
take a break. No,
I'm like he's up to something. Like he's
I'm
too
always
quiet
working,
right now.
whether it's me helping my circle, whether it's me creating, whether it's me making a project, whether it's me I'm always locked in 24/7.
And before I get to this next question, I just want to talk about like the whole circle thing for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see a lot of times like when people level up, the people in their circle are kind of like jealous or like they like start moving a different way. So what's your advice to people to kind of keep a positive circle, to keep an uplifting circle? Because clearly you got a good circle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's your advice to people who are trying to find that circle?
If something happens to you, who's gonna be there? Okay, those are the people that is your circle.
Yes, and a lot of
Like-
artists can get lost in that because there's a lot of, ego
Whoever's
fillers, a
there
lot of
for
yes
you
men.
when you get caught up in some bullshit, whoever's there for you when shit hits the fan,
That's
9
very
times
true.
out of 10, that's your circle, bro. Whether even if it's just your mom, hire your mom then.
That's true. That's a great point. You know
Like,
what?
hire your mom.
That's a great point. People
Like,
really sleep on
the
that.
fuck, hire your mom. She's the one that has to bail you, know? Okay,
That's very
hire her.
true.
Give her a job.
That's very true. So
good.
while you've been quiet, what have you been working on behind the scenes?
A lot. I've been working on new music. I've been shooting videos. I've been working on stuff like the car fresheners I just gave you.
Oh yeah. Let me get that. Hey.
I just put out a new some women's merch, tights
shit.
and sports bra and biker shorts.
I gotta go check that out.
And just working on my craft. You know
I
what
actually
mean?
like that you brought that up too, because it goes to show like you can do multiple things.
For
I
sure.
feel like people like who want to become artists feel like they can't also be doing side hustles as well to kind of fund for your career, right?
Yeah.
So that's like a great example to like everybody watching.
For sure. Like you have to, to have a substantial career, it's about everything that you do with it while you have one.
Yeah. So before we wrap it up, what can everybody expect from you for the next couple of months? Any surprises, any secrets, any collabs, any EPs dropping?
Definitely. We got a tour coming up soon, 2024.
Ooh.
We got new music, new projects in 2024, and I'm going to drop some new music going in to the new year and the whole year and for the rest of our lives.
I'm
'cause we're great.
excited. Okay. This is a forever thing.
You already know.
So before we wrap it up, one last question. To any artist out there or anybody who's following you that might be a major fan of yours, what's any advice you can give them to get to where you are now?
Keep going. That's it. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Even when people look at you like you're insane and crazy, you're on the right route. Especially when they look at you crazy. And also too, like, don't be insecure and don't follow what people think. Don't listen to what people think about you. That's gonna ruin your bag. And once you stop caring about what people think is when you're gonna see your full potential.
Yeah, honestly,
You know what
at
I
the end of the day, if you love yourself, that's all that matters.
That's
Like,
it.
you're happy
Come on,
with
you
yourself.
can't control everything. You can control yourself. You can control your emotions. And yes, that's what I have to say for the
That's very true.
for the artists that want to do their thing. Yeah.
So where can everybody find you on social media?
PVRX _ONSIGHT. That's all platforms. And yeah.
All right.
That's what
Thank
it
you
is.
for being here. I
Say no more.
appreciate you.
For sure.
Thank you guys for tuning in. That wraps up today's episode. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. Word on the streets. It's BowlzNBeatz. Later.